the SA Sports Show. We spoke about last week our Cobras let us down and themselves down against Christie's Beach when they led all game.
Yes.
And, really looked like they might not make the five.
But they're back.
But I think they're back.
They're back. Thanks to a couple of results.
And no better to talk about than the king of the Southern League, Craig Warman. Probably look a bit more like Father Christmas, but in saying that, you are the king of the Southern League Footy Association. You're not happy with that?
Assassination. Hang on, didn't Kyle Chalmers have something to say about that?
Yeah.
Well, unbelievable.
I love the look. I love the look.
Anyway.
But I do want a bike for Christmas.
Things are alive, mate. Things are really hot up. That one result on the weekend has just opened it up, hasn't it, really beautifully?
Well, it has, because Christie's Beach had to beat Morphett Vale.
Yeah.
And when you look at the rest of the games that are coming up, it's just given Cove an opportunity. Yeah. If they're able to knock off Morphett Vale this week coming up, there's still a very sneaky chance, because Happy Valley
play Flagstaff
Hill.
Yeah.
Ranella have got the bye.
Yeah.
It's going to be one of those days that people will have a lot of interest in.
Which is great for the comp, isn't it? Really?
Oh, very much so.
Yeah.
But when you look at Ranella seemed to be the team of this year, and they beat Cobra quite convincingly last weekend. You take that too much of that into this week's game for the Cobras?
No, because when you actually look at the scores, 17 scoring shots, had their opportunities, just couldn't convert when they needed, and of course, from what I'm led to believe, reports I got back from the game, that they were right in it for a long time. It was just Ranella's cleanness. At certain times, and ability to be able to pick off at important moments that cost Cove the game.
Well, the premiership table at the moment, Ranella 24 points, are clearly on top up there. But with Noarlunga, they're a bit of a surprise packet. They're still there with Flagstaff Hill now, who are just sort of building a little bit of momentum. They're sitting third, 18 points, Happy Valley 16, and then the close ones. You got Morphett Vale and Cove. Morphett Vale on 14 and Cove on 12. Bingo, and they play each other. Now, I think you've fiddled the books here. I think you've done this deliberately to keep excitement in the season.
And of course, Christie's Beach.
Beach. And of course, they've got the bye this week, but then they come home with a couple of... they play Port Noarlunga this week, so that's a guaranteed win for them, basically.
Port Noarlunga disappointing this year. I mean, obviously, they haven't had a win.
Yeah, they have.
Wow, that's a real big surprise to me.
But in saying that, they had a lot of people... older. They were probably the oldest list.
Right.
And had all these retirements at the start of the season.
Yeah.
And, of course, haven't had a under-17 side for several years. So they haven't had that flow on like the other clubs have had.
Yeah. Being the president, are you concerned about Port Noarlunga, or you're pretty comfortable with how the clubs, the junior aspect and the numbers out?
They've got just to clarify the point, if you look at their under-17s, their under-15s, under-13s will all play finals.
Fantastic.
Their women's will play finals football, and they have more mini-league grades than most other clubs, second only to Flagstaff Hill and Ranella.
So it's just that transition.
It's
a lot of the older players retired.
And of course, once they get the new club built as well, that's going to attract even more people.
Yeah, and it's the same with Aldinga. Aldinga are also building, but their juniors are promising as well. So
they'll play finals as well.
Yeah, they got belted on the weekend, but by Flagstaff Hill, so no surprise there. But they've had some games this year where they've been in games, so they would have a little bit of confidence going into next year.
And they've just signed the bloke who's coaching them at the moment for the next 2 years.
Okay.
So that's a good stable...
A vote of confidence.
Good, and good stability for the club going forward.
That's what you need.
So what about yourself now? Have you organised the finals program in the way of ovals? Has that been
we have,
finalised?
And a couple of our normal grounds, Noarlunga and Port Noarlunga, we can't use because the change rooms... Aren't right. So Christie's Beach will pick up another couple of finals. Aldinga will pick up a couple of finals as well. So we spread it around as best we can. Yeah. But we've got to be able to have a really good surface to play our finals on.
What about the situation where one of the teams end up playing a home final at home. Do you monitor that now? No. That's just what happens.
Luck of the draw,
really. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
Well, that's handy, isn't it? That's very handy.
Well, when you look at it over the years, Port Noarlunga have had successful sides. They've played finals there. Noarlunga.
Yeah.
Well,
we actually played Port Noarlunga in the finals at Port Noarlunga, and all I end up getting is we got the home changing rooms because we were on top, and they played away. So and changing rooms wise. So
who's the oldest club, Chris? These sides have been around a while now, haven't they? Port Noarlunga, Noarlunga.
The league itself's been around for a long time. We're 137 years old.
Well, there you go. Starting in 1886.
Some
of these clubs are pretty old.
Wollonga was one of our original clubs.
Yeah.
They started in 1870.
Wow.
Aldinga back around 18. About the same time, 1870.
Wow, yeah.
Morphett Vale and Ranella, well over 100 years old now as well.
Incredible, isn't it?
Noarlunga's over 100 years old.
A big league. It's been a strong league for a lot of years. I just get, you know me, I'm a little bit annoyed that a team like South Adelaide didn't sort of hang on the Southern Footy League a little bit more than what they did over the years. I think that's improved a lot now. But
it's a good relationship now,
Yeah.
but and eventually it will work.
Yes, of course it will.
To the extent Central as they could be the next Central Districts.
Exactly right, mate. Exactly. Now they should have realised that about 15
with the calibre
years
of the
ago.
players. When you look at the strength of the Southern Footy League, the Great Southern Footy League, Kangaroo Island, that's a pretty good breeding ground.
My word, it is. It's a brilliant breeding ground, mate. Yeah.
just very quickly, Cove Morphy, yourself. I want your tip.
Look, I saw Morphett Vale last week, and gee, there's just something not clicking there at the moment.
Well, that's good.
I'll give you blokes a chance.
Flaggies versus Happy Valley, just quickly.
I would say Flaggies to win that one.
Easy.
Port Noarlunga, Christie's Beach.
Christie's to win that one.
Or Noarlunga versus Noarlunga.
Noarlunga coming off the bye, so Noarlunga should win that.
All right.
Okay.
Well, thanks very much
Happy.
for coming in. Fantastic chatting as always, and we'll be back after the break.